Hello, and welcome to 2 Cents in 10 Minutes. My name is Devin Love Andrews, and today's topic is being mentally ill or disabled in Illinois. Well, I must say that I am embarrassed to admit that I am a resident of the state of Illinois for many reasons. Many of those reasons including the fact that politics in the state only work for those with money. And so, basically, if you don't have money in Illinois, you're a commodity. If you don't have what they consider strength in Illinois, you don't have power. A great example of this has to do with Illinois being number 49 out of 50 states in how they provide services to those with mental illness. I am a proud employee of Threshold Psychiatric Rehabilitation Centers, and I've seen a lot of this where over the past few years, dozens and dozens of my comrades have been laid off due to budget cuts in the state, and we always have to put up with budget cuts. But for some reason, last year seemed particularly bad. So there are certain things we can't offer anymore, and it's really sad. But what really makes me angry about this whole situation is that last month, the state, they cut $9 million in funding for thresholds. I mean, later on they did reinstate more than $5 million of that. But while this is going on, Governor Quinn gave his staff raises. Mind you, teachers all over the state are getting laid off left and right. Same thing for city workers, some state workers, and, Illinois is in deep trouble financially. Yet Quinn, he gives his staff raises during the worst time? Is that stupid or what? I mean, it is our taxes that give his staff the wages that they need, that pay him. And while we keep getting laid off, he gives them raises. Where does he think this money is going to come from? It's ridiculous. And while all this goes on, year by year, people who have mental illnesses, people who have disabilities, are getting shafted. Why? Because, according to the state of Illinois, these people are not important. That is bull. According to the state of Illinois, they don't matter. They have no power. That is ridiculous. Some of the most influential people in the world have had mental illness and disabilities. Look at Winston Churchill, who was the leader of the British during World War II. He was bipolar. Look at Helen Keller. She was blind and deaf. Look at Franklin Delano Roosevelt. He had polio and spent the rest of his life in a wheelchair. You have all of these people who have had voices that have been respected throughout history, yet the state of Illinois still says they don't matter. Well, if you have a mental illness, or if you have some sort of physical or cognitive disability, let me tell you something. You do matter. You have a voice, and it deserves to be heard. So, if you don't like the way you're being treated, I suggest you write to your congressperson and tell him, you're getting our votes, now earn them. Do something. Now, this isn't going to happen overnight, but basically it takes all people involved. I mean, not just people with mental illnesses, not just people with physical or cognitive disabilities, but everyone being involved can make a difference. To close, I'm going to read a poem I just wrote today. I call it, We Are You. We are the hidden. The world says we are not worth respect. It says we do not deserve sunlight or fresh air. The world is embarrassed by us. Our presence is a discomfort to its shallow sensibilities. Our presence is a threat to their misguided order. So instead of trying to understand us, they hide us with their glares, with their words, with their ignorance. We are the ignored. The world says we are not worth attention. It says we do not deserve the bare necessities or to be treated like humans. The world thinks we are commodities, pets they can throw scraps to on the floor and then pat themselves on the back for being good people, yet will not allow us to sit at their tables and enjoy the rights they take for granted. They deny our right to express ourselves because they doubt our ability to make ourselves heard. So instead of trying to take us seriously, they choose to ignore us by refusing us housing, by refusing us jobs, by refusing us a voice. We are the disgrace. The world says we are not worthy of dignity. It says we are to be subject to Darwin. The world thinks we are parasites, a great nuisance and a stain on humankind, because we do not have what they think we should have, because we have different or greater needs. They refuse to admit that we are made in the image of God. They mock us for not holding our heads in shame, for accepting who we are. They stare, point, and jeer when they see us. They make sport of us because they consider our differences to be unforgivable sins. So they choose to punish us with ostracism in the workplaces, in the schools, in the media. For so long, it seemed the world would win. But we, united and determined, will no longer submit. Take heed, world. We shan't be locked in closets anymore. We have no reason to hide from you, and your shallow hearts cannot stop us from defending our rights. We are coming. Take heed, world. Our voices shan't be silenced anymore. The more you ignore us, the louder we shall speak, until our voice, like thunder, rattles your souls and melts your hearts. We are coming. Take heed, world. We shan't be dehumanized anymore. You shall see that we grow the same skin, bleed the same blood, breathe the same air, and shed the same tears as you. You will see how well we can send the cold stone wall of Darwin tumbling over your head. We are coming. We are coming, and you will receive us. You will not stop us from claiming what is ours, what any prosperous nation owes its citizens in need. You will let us live in freedom and peace, and one day you will accept and love us for who we are. We are strong. We are dignified. We are beautiful. We are you. I will see you again in 2 weeks for 2 cents and 10 minutes. Take care.